My name is Kunevičius. I am from company Ibros, and I am gonna to talk a little bit more or less the same matter as Vaidas just talked, but from a different angle, actually how to manage all the Scrum running to meet our company high-level targets and how to see how they work for all levels. So I try to review the situation of our company. We are scrumming already for the 12 months. Review what are current issues, what are our strategy and directions, how we are managing it, and try to talk about how we are transformed our project portfolio concept, how we are linking it to the planning, and just two conclusions as we all of us will be heading for lunch. Okay, about Ibros. We are a company based, having two offices, one in Kaunas, Lithuania, and another one in Finland, Tampere. Basically, we are not working too much on external projects. Basically, we are IT innovation company, and we are doing common business with partner. We care about long-term relations, about common investment, common products, looking for new ideas, new opportunities, entering new product lines all the time. Well, about me, I am in the IT field already about 20 years old. 10 years worked for the big corporation managing project portfolio. And now I am already 3 years at Ibros, and more than 3 years at Ibros, and we are managing to work in Scrum. Okay, so for Scrumming at Ibros, we have, as I said, we have 2 countries, and we have 5 Scrum teams. 4 of them are located in Kaunas, Lithuania, and we have 1 bigger team in Tampere. We have a nice communication tools, and probably it's not only tools available, but we really like it, and we are using Microsoft Team Foundation server, where we are placing all our source code, we are placing all our work items, user stories. We have managed to build some nice looking taskboard on top of it, and some teams still like to use a paper taskboard, but it's up to team what to use. But actually, we are trying to synchronize everything to our Team Foundation servers just to see common metrics, statistics, and other interesting stuff. It's one of the charts here. I don't want to present too many of them, but actually, it's our Scrumming statistic from the very beginning here. And I did that slides because the deadline was quite strict from organizers a bit earlier, so we have it here. And what I wanted to show with the slide, so after some painful start, we are, well, there are some exceptions, but we are some kind of the steady level. It means when we have some agreement, what is a user story, what is a story point, so actually we are operating on quite steady level. And from one idea, it's okay, but probably there are issues. The teams maybe are too small, or there are some things they are failing, and some other stuff. But what I wanted to say is that we are quite on the stable Scrum run, and from one perspective is getting okay, but from other stuff it's like we are getting too much running, too much Scrum, and probably we need to think about some a bit more funny or more bigger things, and I wanted to show later in this presentation. Okay, one thing what the people asking me after we are switching to Scrum about how we are going to compare performance. Previously we used Waterfall for a couple of years, and it was more or less successful, and we were doing it with various angles. So, and actually, I am not competent to answer what is actually going, because the metrics and the stuff is a bit different. Probably one aspect I wanted to tell you what was before and what is now. Actually, with Waterfall, we had one big problem about unfinished work. So project started, delayed, postponed, and doing something else. And at what point I measurement, again, now a TFS by some reports, that we had about a half a year of the whole company work hanging in the air. Okay, probably you could imagine the monetary value, but it's already in millions. Well, so we decided now it cannot be that way, and now we are on Scrum. And on Scrum, well, theoretical is like 0 or up to 2 weeks, but well, sometimes it happens that when we are not finishing something during the same sprint, it extends to the another one, but it means that it's much, let's say, much smaller, different level of stuff. Another thing that what we really like about after adopting the Scrum, it's well, happy customers. It's well, we on our previous internal meeting we tried to find like a more precise definition. What does it mean, happy customer? But the idea is that for customer getting like a really predictable short-term deliverable. So if it's some features or some stories going in the second or 2-second sprint, they know that they for sure get it. And also they are really involved in the project. We having customers visit on site. We are together changing priorities, organizing stories. So it's really good to work. Also the quality of software is going to increase because we are doing what's exactly needed. It means that when we are doing a bit less work, it's less errors at the same time. Also trying to adopt some extreme programming techniques like continuous build or, well, some automated testing, unit testing. So it means also getting like quality better. And also what is really important, if something going wrong, we are failing fast. So it's nice to work this way. Well, of course, like in every story, there are new challenges coming on. And I have grouped them in a couple of categories. First of all, people. So it is like some blind spot of the Agile. But all that Agile manifestos is really nice. We care about people, customer deliverables, but also it's not written, but there are assumptions that everyone in the team is high level, motivated, doing nice teamwork and so on. And in reality, the people are not always so good. They have a bad mood. They are just after some party or, well, I really don't think that there are evil people. Most of the people are really okay, but sometimes happen. And in that way, we really need to manage the people motivation to go that way, agile way, and it's not for all people, and we just need. Some people are leaving, because of that, some people we are just asking to go because that doesn't fit to the process. Another interesting story is about teams. I have listed here like 3 steps of forming on top of team. When we have already team, we still have like a anarchy, federation, and collaboration. Let's say when it is self-organized team, every team used to build itself, building own rules, own set, and they totally don't care what is going on in other room on the other side of the office. And when we need to have 2 teams working on the same project, sometimes we challenge it. Some time ago, now we are working, 2 teams are working on the same customer product. I got some, not issues, some investigation to ask. So I coming to the one part of office and asking, okay guys, how is this feature exactly working? They tell you, I don't know, go here. Okay, I'm going to the another end of the office and asking, well, could you explain? Probably we know it, but some companies done by that team. Okay, I'm coming back, and after like 3 or 4 rounds across the office, finally I got the answer, but, well, it's painful. So it seems like now we are think that we stepped out from the anarchy and going to the federation when the guys started to talk and exchange experience, but I think that we are a bit far away from like a total collaboration of the teams. I think that I listed it here, but probably I am not going to talk too much about this one because it's a known feature that how we are delivering value in the beginning and how to put all the, let's say, how to talk is hidden customer value that we are delivering for labels up, but they cannot measure and cannot see that. So well, probably the only way is just to slice it in as small pieces as possible and to do it. Okay, and what is in red here and what I am going to continue later on my presentation is that is the issue how to manage all the stuff. I just running fast daily by day on the day by day basis and everything going forward well, but where we are going probably is a different question. So we need to have a clear view and the right direction. Okay, now I will test this. Thank you. Okay, good service here. Okay, let's go forward. So there are some quotes about strategy. I use different sources. Okay, all guys are using internet, me too. So from the business dictionary, I got that strategy is a method or plan chosen to bring about a desired future, such as achievement of the goal or solution to the problem. Well, and actually all is about like to have an idea where we are and where we wanted to be and how to go here. So it's just short stuff. Okay, it's an interesting slide. I think that first time I have seen this somewhere on the Gartner conference in 2002 or 2003, and it was a conference about project portfolio management, what I was involved mostly in my previous career. And they try to explain how all this stuff looks. So we have like a really top stuff from the company, vision and mission, and it's needed because actually from this part we are getting knowledge how to earn money and how to finance the lower part. And the project manager is something sitting in between where we are trying to transform like our mission and strategy, some like a feasible list of the project or list of the features where we are putting to our development pipeline, and afterwards we are doing it project by project or feature by feature, somewhere like that. So, well, and I like this slide. I adopted it to my organization. It worked really fine for years. Well, but when we entered to the Scrum, so the life started to be not too easy and a little bit more cloudy for all our stuff. Well, but why? First of all, we made like a wrong assumption. Like in general, our projects are not too big. Basically, let's say, well, it's like if measuring is a man day, so it's like half a year, 1 year, something like that. So they are not too big, and we try to split all our projects to the list of the user stories. And initially, it was totally okay. Everything was nice. So instead we had a still project, we had a clear relation to the user stories, and it looks like totally okay. But after some time, new stories appeared, some sorting changed, and in some cases we went away to the different development paths because we don't need all of that stories. Of course, we don't need because we did already what's needed. What's about acceptance criteria? So we have like a project semi-done, but we don't need that to do the rest part. What to do? Okay, change request or kill it or so on. And actually, after some time, it's really short time, we get totally mess on our project portfolio, and I think that it's died. Well, forget it. Not here anymore. So the picture started to look like that. So we had like on the high level, it is still vision, mission, strategy, where we need to go and where we need still to work for our management or our shareholders to create value and to get money and to be paid. And on the bottom level, there is like a product backlog. And out from them, we have sprint opening, closing, daily stand-up, and all that process running, well, relatively smoothly. And here we have some like a cloudy level where, let's say, somewhere between lines we still communicate that we are going in that direction, or we are doing something serious here, or this stuff is more important for our company than another, and so on, so on. So it looks quite okay, but there nothing was true, and of course we are starting to get conflict because our backlog in sometimes went different from that one. Well, and then we started to think what to do next. So as I said, I like project portfolio. I worked for that long way, and so we started to think about Scrum from the different, or from the top perspective about like old or new approach. So we have a money or our time or whatever in our portfolio what we wanted to spend, and we have some definitive areas where we want to improve or where we wanted to build something about. Okay, so and it allows us, okay, so what is common about this approach with the Scrum? So basically, I like to say that it's prioritization to maximize our business value, and also efficient delivery to minimize cost. Oh, yesterday and day before yesterday, I used to attend a product owner class in this with the same conference. Thanks for organizers and thanks for our trainer. It was really nice. So, and well, I have even here later when that presentation was already done, I discovered even more similarities between like a project portfolio management, all the product level, product backlog. Just maybe the levels and techniques are a little bit different, but the talks is about the same. How the best way to invest our money to get like a biggest return of investment. Okay, so going back to our areas, the next steps, what we try to think and to do, we are designing what we wanted to achieve in each area. Try to go through some targets. Try to define exactly what we wanted to achieve in one or another area, when we wanted to do it, what are acceptance criteria, so how we could know that we are here already, we don't need to run anymore, and how we're going to track it, like a monthly, weekly, once a year, or to do something. It is possible to make some automation, or we do need to do it manually. Okay. And after that, we decided for each of the targets, we decided to do something, particular steps to do that. So each step is something like a user story. So it's okay, maybe it's some transformation or something on the way it's needed, but actually for each target we decided to have a list of the backlog or the list of the user stories where we wanted to complete. And then for each user story we are trying to assign clear criteria like what user, what wants to do, for what reason. And okay, based after that classes, I think that I need to add here also clear acceptance criteria also on the story level, and how we are going to create like incremental value here. Well, and then out of that we need to create it's already like a bit easier stuff. We wanted to create like user stories with like a size, priority, status definition. For like a short period, we're creating really exact user stories. For the later on, it's just epics or just headlines. What we wanted to do to allocate some time or to know when we are going to split them into more details. And what is good, but it's not always happens, that we discovered that we could attach the same story to the couple of targets. Let's say shooting once, hitting two targets, really nice, but well, reality is it's not happening too often. Okay, now I just wanted to go through all the schema one more time and show it like in some small animation how actually it works for us. Okay. So there are like our investment areas, or the same pie. I don't know, for some reason now it's a bit square, but it's the same pie as I showed a couple of slides ago. It is areas that we have like 3, 4 or whatever areas here with some target underneath. And what we are doing with that area is that we need to balance our investment. Basically, it's already a strategic decision is about what area or what customers we wanted to support more or what areas we wanted to invest more now. After that, we are getting like, for each area, we're getting like a list of targets, what should be clearly communicated and stated out what it's about. We have a definition, accepted criteria, and deadline. I read somewhere that target or goal without a deadline is just a dream. So now we are trying to be really precise and telling, okay, if it's not now, so probably we will do it like a couple of months in the future or somewhere next year. But if there are no deadlines, so it's not needed at all. So and for targets, we need to define value, what we are getting out of our money or what is the return of our investment in that area, one by one. And for targets, we are getting to like a more operational stuff. We are creating backlog. It's like a separated backlog. In this area, actually, it's a common backlog of company, but okay, it's just one view of the backlog that is related to targets, where we have like a user story, status of the user stories we already done in production or whatever, and also size. And now we are executing all the stuff. And out of that, as our companies, I think that it's a bit longer history, we are operating like a on the quarter-by-quarter basis. It means that we are trying to squeeze all the stuff in our quarterly targets, where we see, do we have enough power to do these quarterly targets. From other side, probably, as Vaidas mentioned, is that is a goal to create like a job for the team. So we also check, do we have enough of stuff to do? In most of cases, we have enough and even more. Okay. And okay, what to say? So this way we are started to operate in our company. It's our like a really fresh and really hot approach. We are started to do it. We are designed it a bit earlier, but actually we are started to implement that approach in our company just from that quarter. And now we are more or less ready with our target definition and currently working on backlog, on user stories, how to make it and what to do with them. Okay, so just a couple of more details about our quarterly planning. So basically, so as I said, we are still operating on the quarterly basis, so we are trying to select all the stories that related to our most hot targets, prioritizing them. If occasionally we shouldn't have enough to do for our current quarter, we probably will take something from the future. We are mobilizing people and involving teams to review what is here, to help us to build like a real backlog, evaluating workload and trying to allocate teams like for the quarter. Our current approach is try to keep task switching as minimum as possible. We try to put at least one team for one quarter per one project. Okay. Just control of all the stuff. Actually, we have like some steering meetings 2 or 3 times per year where we are trying to see what our directions, what our targets, how they are working well or bad for our development or our company. And once a quarter we are making like a quarterly meetings. What we are making it's for a longer time, but this quarter we try to make it. We made it in the new format. Format where we are trying to starting from the target and going down to the user stories, and probably later on the teams will start rolling all the stories into the tasks. Okay, that's all. Okay, and now, as I said, I like that pyramid. It's my favorite stuff, and I still think that it's valid. So now we updated it a little bit different way, and to clear out like a sky in this area. We have a target management instead of like a portfolio management. What is, probably I need to go a couple of slides ago, what is much more flexible, because let's say in this area, okay, I show it with the pointer. In that area, we can be quite strict, or let's say we could determine like a longer term goals. Here is, well, once a quarter, but it's not like a holy cow, and we could push it left or right if the situation changes. And on that level, we are totally flexible, because we have an initial backlog clear, and let's say we could change it every 2 weeks. We are running on 2 weekly sprints. We could change it every 2 weeks, and there are nothing fixed here, because if you will later, I think that one of the previous projects with Waterfall was that we are fixing exact projects for the quarter, and it was quite a disaster. And one more good thing about this schema is that, and what our guys really like in our company, that now we have not like a team working like a conveyor working, just coding, but we have a clear, transparent view from here to here and to every tiny task here, because when doing every story or doing every task from our backlog, you know that how it affects our company on that level and how it corresponds to our strategy here. So basically, every developer now is involved in our strategic driving. Okay, so, and just how our artifacts from this, again, comparing these slides fits to the pyramid, it's quite clear. So now we have a clear that we have areas on the strategy level. We have a target in our new called target management. I think that there is something similar on Agile literature called milestone management. It's something similar, but probably not exactly the same. And the backlog is a backlog. So we have our strategy planning here. And we have our quarter planning one step beyond it, but looks like everything should work nicely here. Okay, couple of conclusions here. Now, I think the guys are talking a lot because, sorry. Guys are talking a lot about the Scrum implementation, like bottom-up, top-down, or some other approaches. In our company, probably we have started somewhere from the middle tier, just discussing how it should be and try to expand it one or another direction. But actually, if you, let's say, to get like to have most of it and to keep it efficient, we need to implement the same thing on all the levels. Let's say small sprints on the team level, bigger sprints, or let's say some target management like cycles on the management level, and strategic guys also thinking the same way. So if it's everywhere in all organizations, then it's really most efficient. And what is, I already mentioned that what is really good and what the people really like, because it's Scrum not to be pissed off or too boring doing the same stuff every day, just like a coding machine. We are getting like stories from here and putting product here. So the guys doing Scrum on daily work, they know exactly what they are, where they're starting low and what should be on the top. And probably it is one old story about two guys carrying stones. The guy came to them asking, "Hey, what are you doing?" One guy answer of the one guy was, "Okay, I am bringing stones, I am working hard, I need to feed my family." And another guy, answer from another guy was totally different. He thought, "Look over here, we are building a cathedral." So what is the goal here? So I want my developers to build cathedral instead just carrying stone from left to right. And just one more, not conclusion or something addition here. It's from the book of Jürgen Appel, Management 3.0, what I am reading, and I think they're looking forward to hear his presentation later today. That, well, it's our approach. Probably it will work for us. Maybe you need something different for all companies, or maybe all is wrong, or maybe not according like a Scrum Furious, but it's useful.